All the characters in the story are over 18 years old. A couple thousand kilometers separate us from the house we rented near Malaga, Andalusia, for a 2-week family vacation. For the sake of some important details of the narrative, I will inform you that we went on vacation as an incomplete family, since my father could not get a vacation at the same time as us. So we will enjoy the sea and the beach only with my mother, my sister, and me. For the first time, we decided not to relax on our golden beaches, but to go to Spain for a change. My sister Rebecca had just turned 20, and the least that can be said about her, without any exaggeration, is that she was really spoiled by nature. Tall, brunette, dark-skinned, with brown eyes, brown hair that was long and curly. My mother is barely 40 years old, but looks much younger, both physically and in her perception of the modern realities of life, as if she were 30 years old. She has changed her appearance lately. After a long, tiring journey, we finally arrived at our destination. The joy and excitement of the upcoming vacation instantly erased the fatigue of a long trip. Together with the owner of the house, who was waiting for us, we inspected the apartment we rented. This is a large and beautiful house, well planned and beautifully decorated, with 3 bedrooms, an extensive garden, and above all, a magnificent swimming pool which promises us good moments of relaxation and lots of fun. We unloaded our car, each of us slowly chose a room to our liking, and we sorted out our things before lunch. After which, we went back to our bedrooms to take a proper nap. Around 4 o'clock, we got up, met in the kitchen to have a snack, and discussed the upcoming vacation program a little, so everyone's satisfaction with the house we rented, with its pool, everything as in the photos, was not deceived. During the conversation, my sister made one promising suggestion. But I warn you in advance that since we are not here in our hometown, where every dog knows us, and Dad, our beloved tyrant, is not with us, I would like to take a little break from the mundane. Her mother answered her affectionately, "Don't worry, we'll leave you alone. Do whatever your heart desires." And I replied, "Yes, yes, don't worry, have fun." "Now everyone in the pool," Mom commanded. We changed clothes. I was the first to dive into the water, and my mother immediately joined me. Who came to the pool? And then I said to myself, Mom, it seems, also wants to relax, being out of the reach of our beloved city. A few minutes later, she appeared with a bath towel. My sister, wait, is this your whole swimsuit? At this phrase, the mother turns to her daughter and when she sees her, says to her, "Oh yes, Rebecca, it's cool, of course. But maybe you could have dressed a little simpler." "Come on, Mom. You promised me that you wouldn't bother me with your moralizing this year." "Okay, I agree. I really promised." This was followed by wonderful hours of swimming and relaxing in the garden by the pool on the pearl grass before heading back inside the house and changing clothes to go shopping in the city. In the parking lot near the supermarket, I enjoyed a huge number of girls, mostly English tourists, while my mother was standing at the supermarket checkout. I told my sister in a mischievous and defiant tone at the same time, "You see, you are not the most advanced and brave here. These girls, in my opinion, seem even more open than you. If you said that they are more attractive than me, then I would be surprised. But if they are now in this store more open than I am, which seems to be the case, then don't worry. It's not a fact that they will overtake me at the finish line. Everything is still ahead. It's not evening yet, as they say," she exclaimed, laughing. After returning home, we spent some time getting comfortable in our rooms and dressing up before going to dinner in the city. "To be honest, you look more like an outright cheater now, sister," I told her. "Those English girls couldn't beat me," she replied, laughing. Mom chose to be silent again. During dinner, I enjoyed watching all the guys in the restaurant who shamelessly looked at my sister in her outfit. I must admit, I did not lag behind them. After returning home, everyone went to bed happy with this first day of vacation. The next day, after getting enough sleep, we got up at 10 and met in the kitchen for breakfast. Then we decided to go to the sea on the beach. When we reached the beach in the heat, we somehow found a small place in the middle of a crowd of vacationers and laid out our towels. Leaving my sister on the beach by the water, I stepped aside a little to see if she really was like that against the background of the other girls, and immediately realized that she had no equal here. Returning to our towels, My sister told my mother, who was sunbathing lying on her back, "Haven't you thought about the harm of being in the sun without sunscreen, at least on the first day at sea?" "No, I just forgot about it. I'm going to put it on." "Wait, I'll anoint you myself now." And now I see my sister giving me a wide, understanding smile, as if we had just won a great victory together, a victory over my mother's modesty and traditional principles. Trying to switch my thoughts, I couldn't find anything better than to say, "Wait, Mom, I'm going to put sunscreen on you." Rebecca, realizing that if I did this, I would embarrass myself in front of all honest people, said, "Mom, I'd better do it." "Okay, come on." And then, right in front of me, this show went on, and I couldn't help but look at them. When my sister finished, my mother told Rebecca, "Do you want me to smear you too?" In this increasingly warm, even I would say hot, atmosphere, I allowed myself to interfere in this process. "No, leave it for me. I'll put the cream on you myself." Okay, Mom, sunbathe. Let Michael smear me." Needless to say, I didn't need to be asked twice, and I immediately began to spread the cream. After that, the massage session smoothly flowed into a tanning session, interspersed with swimming, during which I had fun with my sister and Mom in the water with those children's games that everyone knows. We pretended that we wanted to drown each other. At the end of this delightful day, we returned home, put our things in our rooms before heading to the bathroom, and took a shower. My sister went first, then my mother. When I thought that my mother had already gone to her room and it was my turn, I went into the bathroom and saw that she was still there. "Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I thought you were done." "No, it's okay." "Stay. I've done almost everything here, and then you saw me like this on the beach today, so everything's fine." "Yes, it's true. I saw it, and I liked it. Anyway, your sister thinks so too. Although her swimsuit hides almost nothing, it suits her very well. She has a super beautiful body." "Yes, it is. That's right." A few minutes later, I heard the door open again, and my sister's voice reached me. "Brother, did you see where I put my things?" "No," I said involuntarily, turning my back on her. We exchanged a few words, and I didn't even understand how the situation got out of control. We made love right in the shower. "Did you like it?" "Yes, indeed. Too good. You can see how quickly I gave up. You're a great sister. I never even dreamed of such a thing." Rebecca came out of the bathroom with a mischievous wink at me. Then I, in turn, went to my room to share my emotions with myself. Falling on the bed, I had only one thought in my head. The holidays are starting great. I hope the sequel will be just as exciting. The next morning, quite late, around 10, I barely got out of bed, washed my face, went to the kitchen for breakfast, and met my sister there. I will not hide it. I was a little afraid of this meeting in advance after what happened between us the day before in the shower. I was afraid that she would regret it and decide to build some kind of barrier between us, between our new relationship. But to my great joy, Rebecca had a big smile on her face, and she mockingly, as if in a fairy tale, said, "Did you sleep well?" "Yes, very, very well," I replied in a mischievous tone. "And me? So everything's okay between us?" "No, everything is not just good but wonderful," my sister answered just as cheerfully. I was relieved and happy to see that my own game with my sister continues, and that, moreover, she even wants to involve our mother more or less in it. Well, I don't mind. We'll see who's playing here and with whom. Then my sister walked off towards the pool, and I finished eating before joining her. But at the very moment when I got up from the table, I noticed my mother in the aisle, who appeared in the kitchen. "Hi, son." "Hi, Mom. You seem to have decided to compete with Rebecca. Well, I mean in terms of outfits, or lack thereof. What kind of competition is there? Where am I, and where are my daughter and your sister? I'm old compared to her, and Rebecca is now, as they say, in the juice. I just thought I'd go to the pool right after breakfast, so I didn't see the point in dressing up specifically for going to the kitchen and then changing clothes. To compete with your sister, and I'm not sure I can beat her in this competition, although it's not a bad idea," she told me in the same joking tone. "Well, I would love to watch this fight between two beauties," I laughed. And so we, our whole defective, dadless family, soon met by the pool, and a small tanning session began, rather the irradiation of our bodies by the sun with harmful rays of our luminary. My sister and my mom were laying down together, and in unison they asked me to smear their bodies with sunscreen. Actually, I couldn't believe it. Is this really happening to me? And this is my mom. My old dream has finally come true. Then I took a little swim in the pool, and my mom and sister soon joined me. We played some games, then we got out of the water, had lunch, and went back to our rooms to take a nap. Spain, and therefore siesta, we quickly joined the local customs. Besides, of course, I don't need much time to join my sister. What a great guy you are, Michael. How cleverly you were able to pull this off. Credit to you. And how do you feel? Did you like it? Are you serious about this? I saw it all myself. Mom wanted it, and she got it. I think she liked it. Don't worry about it. I'm completely on your side, and I won't tell Dad. A few more minutes of our conversation passed. Mom was already asleep. We decided to take advantage of the moment and made love again. I admit it was too good. When she came, Rebecca told me, "Come on, get out of here. Take a shower, and I'll follow." I got up and left her room, but suddenly in the hallway, I noticed that Mom was very close in the kitchen. "What are you doing there?" I asked, blushing, worried, trying to hide my embarrassment, acting as if nothing had just happened in my sister's room, although it's hard to imagine that Mom didn't hear Rebecca scream. "Nothing special. I decided to bake a cake." "And you?" "I'm going to take a shower." I'm sure, well, almost sure that Mom must have heard everything. With this thought, I finally realized the seriousness and significance of what we had just done. And to be honest, I started to worry about what my mother was going to say or do. What if she calls Dad and tells him what happened? But I immediately reassured myself by saying that Mom hasn't been acting quite right towards Dad lately either. So maybe she'll keep quiet and pretend she didn't hear anything and that nothing happened and won't discuss it with Dad. I took a quick shower. My sister did the same thing right after me. So fresh, we all met together in the kitchen to try the cake just baked by our beloved Mom. I think Rebecca was thinking about it at the same time, but no matter what, we managed to focus on the cake. "What are we doing tonight?" my sister asked, trying to break the suspicious silence that had reigned in the kitchen by that time. "Well, I don't know. Can we go shopping?" "It's not a bad idea," Rebecca agreed. "Maybe it's not bad for you, but what about me? What should I do?" "Well, son, and you, if you want, you can take a little walk around the city. We will try not to linger." "No, I'd rather wait for you here, watch TV." "Okay, whatever you want." So they both went shopping, and I was lying on the couch in front of the TV, scrolling through the footage of the situation that happened to my sister an hour ago, and wondering what the continuation of our relationship might be. A couple of hours later, Mom and sister returned. They went to their rooms to sort out the shopping bags, and then my sister quietly came into my living room. But before she spoke to me, I immediately asked her, "Did you discuss something with Mom among yourselves that I should know?" No, she didn't say anything about you. But you should like that our Mom seems to be ready for our secrets." "Really? And how?" "Wait a bit and you'll see for yourself." After a couple of minutes, our Mom joined us to inform us that we would be having dinner at the restaurant tonight. So, warmed up by my sister's words, I was looking forward to a pleasant surprise this evening, trusting her completely. After a while, we were all ready to go to the restaurant, dressed up accordingly. In the restaurant, a waiter sat us down at our table, glancing impudently at my sister and mother all the way between the tables. This is my happiest day in my life. I just had to say to myself, absolutely everyone in the restaurant paid attention to our trio, and especially, of course, to my sister and Mom in their outfits. And I feel that this is not new to Rebecca, unlike my mother, but they were both glad that they had made such an effect, basked in the ray of this, albeit a little dubious, but still fame, and continued to do everything to continue to attract the eyes of men. I feel like I'm with two girlfriends right now, not my sister and Mom. In short, we had a great evening. When my sister returned home, she went not to her room, but to my mother's room. And soon they shouted at me in unison, "Michael, come to us. Look at what Mom and I bought for ourselves today." Unpacking the bags, my mother tells me, "Well, you've already seen this dress," she said, pointing to what she was wearing tonight. "Yes, it's obvious that you chose it well. It suits you very well." After these words, my sister abruptly came up to me and demonstrated to my mother what we were doing under the ban. My mother was still literally paralyzed, fascinated by this spectacular sight. She was standing literally a few centimeters away from me. My mom didn't react to such insolence in any way. Suddenly, Mom can't stand it. "This is too much, my daughter. Share it with me." So all the taboos in our incomplete family on this holiday in Spain without Dad were destroyed to the ground. All the time remaining until the end of the holidays turned into incessant lovemaking, day or night, and it was an amazing experience that accompanied me and helped me for the rest of my life. And I've never regretted it.